Hi guys, welcome to part 2 of making a mini album with me. So yesterday we made the actual album and this is where we got to. Overnight I've been wondering how far to take the next step with you. I know a lot of you are beginners and haven't made an album yet. I thought we'd keep it quite basic in the actual design of the folds and pockets, as in we won't use any edge borders today. I think we'll just keep them all square, all natural, less weak for you, and they'll still look gorgeous. And then as time progresses we will add all that extra stuff to it. So for our first page, let me turn it round. I'm going to again put a piece of white card. Just fold this down, it's a bit big, so I can see on what I'm working on. Okay, so that's our first page there. So we'll use a piece of black card and we're going to trim it, A4 card this is, sorry, and we're going to trim it so it's 7 3/4 down the long edge. So just line that up there. Okay, and then we're going to need our scoreboards and our ball too, and we're going to measure 7 inches across and we're going to score. Oh, my ball tool's just rolled off into the bin. Then what you're going to do is you're going to burnish that score line. So what we're going to do now is pop this onto our front page. So with the smallest flap underneath, we are going to put tape on 3 sides of this. So we're going to put it across the bottom, across the top, and down the side without the fold. Okay? And if you notice, I'm not bringing the tape too close to the edge on the side with the fold. Okay? And I'll show you why we do this in a minute. So take your pokey tool, take off the tape, back in, bring in your mini album, and where the page folds, you're going to, the edge with the tape, you're going to stick on the inside. So line it up top and bottom. And your fold then will be on the top. Okay? So what we've done is we've created a pocket here and a fold on the first page. So next what you want to do is put some magnets in place. I'll pop a little link underneath the video for magnets. As you need certain types of ones, you need some strong magnets. So the way to attach these to your album is to pop one on the fold out part. Ooh. Pop it to some tape. Pop it into place, can you see? So I'm going about halfway and about 1/2 inch in. And then what you want to do is take another piece of tape and have it upside down and put the magnet on top. Missed the tape. Okay, so you can see there if I turn it. So the tape is upside down and the magnet is on top. Fold your page in, press firmly so the tape will stick to the card, and there's your magnets in place. Okay. So we're going to turn that over and we're going to do the opposite page. So that was page 1, where we did a flap with the 2 magnets on the fold, and we'll have a nice little pocket there as well. So for this side we'll do a top fold and a bottom fold. So again, we're trimming our paper, A4 paper, along the long length. So the short length, the top of the cross of your, the top of your paper trimmer at 7 3/4, and trim that bit off and pop that in the bin. So that will be the same width as the page we've just created. And I am going to trim this then at, we'll do 7. We'll do 7. Trim it at 7, so we have two pieces. Okay. And then I'm going to score. So 7 is at the top of the board, and I'm just going to score with 1 inch. And burnish that, and then the 4.6 at the top and score on the inch, and then burnish. Okay, and I'm going to add some tape. Where did I just put that? There it is. Just along the top and across the bottom of the folded piece. Okay, again. And I'm going to take the tape off, as so. If it goes over, just bend it back. Bring your mini album back in, and I'm just going to line this one up on the bottom of the page, so it will go edge to edge. Okay, oops, sorry. And I'm going to do the same with the top. And I'm just going to line this up with the top of the page. Weave from the outside corner into the inside page. Okay. That's went off a little bit. There we go. So I'm going to put a magnet here as well, just to hold it closed. So 2 of those. Ooh. It's attached itself to the one behind, so you can see how strong they are. So I'm just going to pop it. And I'm going to put it on the edge again, about 1/2 inch in the centre, because we'll be covering this with paper, so you won't see any of that. So leave the back on for now. And then another bit of tape upside down, just stick it on your finger for a minute, put the magnet on top, pull your finger off, fold it over, push down, and that's your magnetised. Okay, there we go. So now, page 3. Okay, so page 3. We will make some pages to come off that with some pockets. So, pop your album to one side, another piece of card, A4, and across the long edge we're going to trim off. So at the top edge it's going to be 7 3/4. And then bring your scoreboard in. And we're going to score at 5 and 5.5. Okay, so you're scoring at 5 and 5.5 inches. So then burnish those. Okay, so you end up with that. Okay, and on that centre section, in between the two score lines, pop some tape. Like I said, you can use wet glue as well, but just be wary that it does squirt out and your pages could stick together. Okay. So hold it now hold it like that. Can you see that? So you've got the shortest piece on the top and just pull it down flat, and we'll pop that into, not too close to the spine, because you still want to be able to open the book, so make sure you can open your page when you're putting extra pieces in. So now we have one page but with 3 flaps. Okay, so again we need magnets. So tape one to the first flap again, about 1/2 inch in. Sorry, there you go. And another piece of tape upside down, so sticky facing up. Put your magnet on. Take your fingers off carefully. Sometimes your fingers do stick. Then just pop it over. Push down nice and hard so the tape grabs the card underneath. And that's your magnets in place for that one. And again, 2 magnets. Some tape. About 1/2 inch in. Tape on your finger upside down. Place your other magnet on top. It'll only go one way. Take your fingers off, fold it over, push down, and your magnets are in place. Okay, so we'll leave that one, and when we've decorated it, we'll put extra pockets in, because it's easier to decorate and then put pockets on top. Okay, so let's turn over and do the next page. Okay, so page 4, I'm thinking I'll put a belly band in on this one, so we won't do that page until we've actually put our patterned paper on. So we'll go over now and we'll work on page 5. So for this one, what I am going to do is cut my paper down to 7 3/4 again. So and I'm going to make this page suitable for 6x4 photos. So I want to have it at 5.5 and cut. And I'm going to put the 5.5 edge at the top, and I'm going to score at 4.5. Okay. And then burnish. So you'll need a couple of these for this page. I'll show you now. So that one will go back there. And do you know, I keep losing my tape this morning. Oh, they are under my shirt. So on the flap, I'm just going to pop some tissue tape along the top and the bottom. You can put a bit of glue on in between, but just for the purposes of the video, I won't be doing that. And I'm going to pop this one on the top. And then another one, cut it so it's at 5. Score at 4.5. Burnish, tape, so any 6x4 photos you've got will go on these beautifully. So lift the first one up, you can see the bottom edge here. Okay, we're just going to line this one up with that. Making sure that we can still fold the page. Just going off course a little. Making sure it's level with the side of the page there. That's it. So that's 2. So again, another sheet of card. Trim it off at 7 3/4. I've just ordered a new trimmer, so I'm hoping that'll be here soon. Oh, fine, I'll cut it 5.5. So you get 2 to 1 A4 piece, 5.5 there. Bring it in, make sure the 5.5 is at the top where the numbers are, and just, yeah, score an inch in. So finish. Apply your tape. Remove back in. Line it up with the edge of the page. Pop it in place there, like that. Lift up. Last one. And what I'll do is when we finish this, I will put it all on my blog with links and everything, and you can bookmark it then so you can always find it. Okay, so again, line it up with the edge of the page, across underneath there, that's it. So beautiful, perfect. Fold over lovely. Okay, so next page, which is page 6. So page 6, we are trimming 2 sheets of A4 down to 7 3/4, and then we're tinning it round and we are cutting it down to 8. So you've got a sheet of card that is 8 by 7 3/4, and you need 2 of those. So anything with flaps, if you're making extra pages, you want to put them in first. Anything with pockets, put on after. Okay, so there's my 2 pieces, 7 3/4 by 8. So make sure the 8 edge is at the top where the numbers are, and score an inch. Okay, and do exactly the same for the second. Make sure the side where the 8 inches are is at the top where the number is, and just score it an inch. Finish the 2 of them. And add tape. So remove the backing off your tape. Bring your album back in. That's sticking the pages to each other. And what you're going to do is you're going to put you're going to attach one side on the inside of the book, making sure it's square top and bottom and not too close into the spine, so you can still open and close the page. Brilliant. Okay, then fold that back, and you're going to do, with this one, you're going to put it on the outside edge of the page. So lining it up with the outside edge of the page and lining it up top and bottom. A little bit high. Okay. So we're going to pop a magnet in here as well, just to hold it closed. So, that's double-sided tape, 2 pieces. Two magnets. And I'm going to pop it on the one, whichever one I want to go on top. So, which one do I want to go on top? I think we'll keep the shorter one on the inside, and we'll put the magnet on the outside one. So then pop it into the centre, about 1/2 inch in. Okay. Take your tape again, lay it on top, pop your magnet on. Okay, so make sure the page is flat. Push down. So that's the magnets for that one. Okay, next page. Okay, so we're on page 7, and what I thought we'd do for this one is we'll put 2 pockets on it, but we have to put our pretty papers on first. So I'm just going to write what I need. Two pockets for this page, and we'll turn over. That's just so I don't forget what we're doing. Okay, so we did some flaps for portrait, landscape photos, so we'll do some for portrait now. So I've just run out of some cards, I'm just going to get some more. So we want 2 sheets again, so we'll put the album to the side, and we cut these at 7 3/4 by 5 1/2, and we do 4 of those. 5 1/2, so 7 3/4 again, by 5 1/2, 5 1/2. And then bring in the scoreboard and make sure the 5 1/2 is the edge that's closest to the numbers, and score with 1 inch. Again, 5 1/2 close to the top with the numbers. And score with 1 inch. So do that to all 4. Finish. quite nice doing a little craft along. 3, 4, and then add your tape. So 2 layers. Again, you can put a little bit of glue in the middle, just be wary of it squirting out. This is the longest bit, and deciding what you want to put in your album. There's so many different designs you can do, and once you get going, it's a little bit addictive. I used to make loads of mini albums in the past. That's where I first met Tony. It was on a well-known selling site, and that it must be 7 years ago now. Okay, so take the tape off. So take the backing off. Of course, you don't have to rush, you can just take your time. You can pause it until you've done this stage and then restart it again if you want to follow along. Okay, so I'll just pop those to the side. Bring the album back in. And I'm going to attach this one to the outside edge. So making sure it's lined up with the outside edge, the top and the bottom, so it's square. And push down. And then bringing in the next one, and I'm lining it up on the edge of the last piece. So making sure it's also lined up top and bottom. There's an awful lot of noise outside here today. I think we've got new neighbours moving in. I'm hoping you can't hear that as well. So there we go. That's the 4. And we will use a piece of card over the top here to put a magnet on to hold it closed, which I forgot to do on the last page. So we'll do that. We will do that now. So one of the strips that we saved from the previous video, we'll use it as a strip to hold these pages closed. So I'm thinking about let's see what that is. Yeah, about 5. So I'll just move the album out of the way, bring in my trimmer, and I'm going to cut it to 3. And I'm just going to leave the length, which is 7 3/4, because we trimmed them down. Oh no, it's not. It's normal A4 size, but that doesn't matter. You fit 7 3/4, that's fine. And then score at 5. So burnish that. So put tape around the smaller square of the 2. I'd recommend adding a bit of glue to this one as well in the centre, because it's quite a large area. Oh, doesn't want to tear. There you go. So take the backing off. Bring your album back in. So with the long bit facing towards the right, pop your flaps up, centralise it. I've gone too close. Make sure you leave a little bit of room so you can still open and close the page. So it's not dead on the spine, give yourself a little bit of room there, okay? I'll lift it up now so you can see better. and then just pop that into place there. So that will come over and it'll hold that in place. So if you can see, it's not quite on the centre of the spine, it's just tucked over a little bit. Okay. So then again with your magnets, 2 magnets. A bit of tape. Again, about 1/2 inch in. Lost the end of my tape. Tape upside down. Magnet on top. Okay. Try and get your fingers off the tape. Holding this page down flat. Give a good push. That's it. And then your magnets are in place for there. Okay. Okay, 2 pages left. Okay, next page. We were going to do another pocket. We'll do 2 pockets. No, not pockets, folds. So, trim your A4 card again down to 7 3/4. We're nearly there, guys. And then we are going to score at 5 and 5 1/2. Burnish the 2 lines. Bring the album back in, pop some tape on that bit in between the 2 score lines. It's not quite wide enough for 2 strips, so just take that off. So make sure the shortest one is on the top. I'll stick to the bottom of your page, lining it up with the outside first and across the bottom. Like so. And these will become pockets. We will glue these down the side after we've put our matten layer in there. Okay, guys. Last page. What do we want to do on this back one? What haven't we done? We've done. We could do so I'm thinking we'll have 2 foldy outy bits. So let's have 2 bits of A4 paper, card even, and trim them down to 7 3/4. and we trim at 8. Keep those bits and trim this one at 8. Oh, look at the edge on that one. I just trimmed that one off with my scissors. Okay. Roll on, remind me trim I get to. Okay. So, make sure the 8 is at the top by the numbers and score it 1 inch on both. Again, make sure the 8 is at the top. Finish. Add your tape and your glue on the inch part. I've just pulled some of that tape off with my finger. That's in the bin. Okay. Bring your album back in. Take the tape off. And we'll put some extra pockets inside this one. So making sure it's lined up top and bottom and not too close to the original spine, because we still need to make sure the book will open and close. And make sure it's square with the page. Oh, sorry, it's my head. There we go. You do go through lots of cards, but it's well worth it when they're finished. There we go. So 2 pockets, 2 flaps there on the last page. We'll just add the magnets now. So 2 magnets, 1 each side. So again, about 1/2 inch in. Oh, that's not quite in the centre of the tape. Oh, I need another bit of tape, hang on. Okay. There we go. Fold it over. Ooh. There we go, there's one. And another one on this one. Oh, that's stuck to the other side, so we leave that there. There we go. And then that's twice I've done that now. I haven't quite stuck it in the centre of the tape. Let's try that. There you go. There we go. Make sure you push down firmly so it's gripping both sides. Okay, so that's all the flaps done. So in the next video now I will put all the pattern papers on, which will be really easy, and we'll fly through that bit, and we'll put pockets on and decorate the front. Thank you for watching part 2. See you soon.